Started as an East Coast vibe, now I'm going worldwide. We got this bitch going crazy. I used to take the Mazda for a drive, now I'm...
What's good, folks? MCU'S Bleeding Edge in the house. MCU'S Bleeding Edge report, because it is Monday. What? 5/20/24. I'm waiting for special guest co-host. How can you be special guest co-host and be late for the show? That's what I want to know, right? With Andre's a pop culture guy shit. I'm telling you, he's something else. Mr. Andre's a pop culture guy. So I'm gonna just, while I'm waiting for Andre's a pop culture guy to come on, so I can start the show. I am, of course, Jeff S, aka TrueKnowledge, the creator and co-host of the MCU'S Bleeding Edge channel podcast, and I am the host of the MCU'S Bleeding Edge report. So I'm just gonna really quick, just play a little bit of a video snippet and whatnot. Wait for Andres to come on, and then we'll launch into X-Men 97 episode 9 recap.
The worst mom ever. I mean, she's like the Iceman family in X2, basically, in one.
Hey, Mr. Anti-Idiotic, if I was at Kenosha and whatever, whatnot, everything, I would pretend that I got hurt, right? And like put some rubble on top of me and shit and whatnot, and look like and pretend I was hurt and shit when Kitty Pryde came around, and pretend I like was injured and shit and whatnot, and like let her save me just so I can hit that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that's how I would do it. You feel me? Just to be clear, like that's how I would get down. I would pretend I was a good ocean survivor. I'd be like, Kitty, save me! I'd take some rocks and like put them on myself and shit, and whatnot. Rub some dirt on my face.
and like yours are, and then you have to pretend you're a mutant, not a human, right? And so like, oh my god, what kind of power do you have?
I'd be like, my mutant powers, I have an extremely tiny penis.
Well, folks, I will give Jeff the power of controlling TV and the internet. That's his ability. So,
Jeez, Andres, you could have told me that I was like really slunk back in my chair that night on the show. Like I didn't look very good. I was like way like sunk back. Are you there, Andres, pop culture guy? Well, apparently he's in hiding right now, folks. Maybe he didn't like that video I played first. I'm not sure. Or wait, messages in the private chat. Okay, all right, sir. He's gonna be right back. So, anyways, folks, X-Men 97 episode 9 recap tonight with a back half segment covering Fantastic Four casting news. Right? They cast Galactus. John Malkovich has signed up for the for the film in an undisclosed role, and we've got a Supergirl director, and now we have a release date on it. So we're going to talk about that. We have the Dune Prophecy trailer to play later after we get done with our X-Men 97 episode 9 recap. We're going to play that and talk about that because we are going to be covering that down the road at the end of the year this year. But I hope everybody is having a great Monday. Please consider supporting the MCU'S Bleeding Edge and the MCU'S Bleeding Edge report by, of course, simply considering liking, following on whatever platform you find us on, subscribing, and of course, turning on all notifications to our YouTube channel so that you're aware of when we're live 3 times a week or when we drop new content in general. It sounds like Andre's pop culture guy is coming back around. I can hear him stirring. He's getting ready. He's getting ready for the race. He's getting prepared to get in there. He's getting in there.
Funny.
And there he is. He finished right there at the end. And you won, brother. How about that? You won the race.
Sure thing.
You were the winner.
Yeah.
What's up, Mr. Special Guest Co-host?
Yeah, pretty good. It's one of those days.
Oh, one of those days, huh?
Yeah.
What about this shit?
Twice in the same night. At first glance, this looks like any other kid roaming a gas station aisle. He takes a swig of his drink in one hand and carries snacks in the other. Take a closer look, and you could see this 6-year-old's blue drink is a Smirnoff Ice. Olivia Eversole was working at the Hanover Township Marathon Friday night and spotted
Get
the
this
little
drink
boy
on.
after he hopped out of this car.
And he's drinking a beer in the parking lot. And well, my coworker was like, "Is he drinking a beer?" And I look, and I was like, "Oh, he is."
The child even offered some to a customer, employees said.
So I opened the door and I said, "Do you know that you're drinking a beer?" And he said, "Yep, this is me and my mommy's favorite beer. We drink it all the time." So I just instantly, I knew, like, give me my phone. I'm calling 911.
Eversole tried to keep the child occupied until deputies arrived.
And I said, "You go shopping, get whatever you want. I'll buy it."
The boy ran to the car, returned without the drink, and started putting items on the counter.
And he got donuts, some candy, and some toothpaste and mouthwash, and said he was super excited to use it.
When deputies arrived, the woman in the car, later identified as Victoria Hampton, reportedly said it was an accident. They left. Deputies then went to her home nearby on Lakeside Drive, where, according to a police report, they found the same child on a scooter in the middle of the road with another Smirnoff in his hand. Hampton
Fuck
was
yeah.
arrested.
So I just wanted to take.
Yo, that kid's fucking doubled down, bro.
Oh,
Driving down the street on his scooter with another Smirnoff, bro. What's up? Is that gangster or what?
for both, yes.
That's a young Bleeding Edge fan, folks. Right? Inspired by the Bleeding Edge. You know? We're very proud.
Very proud.
That's gangster, dude. He's 6 years old, walking around drinking Smirnoff Ices and shit in public.
Okay. I've seen others get away from other things.
So did you enjoy that video, sir? Was that a good introduction to the show? Good for the energy for the show?
Well, I think it was very good. You know, I mean, it was typical Jeff humor, as always, and I think fans will be enjoying it. I gotta admit. I mean, like, well, first off, it's funny that the gas station employee never say "Are you underage to drink beer?" You know, it's kind of funny they're making such a big deal out of this news. The fact that they could easily risk the
as
kid.
if underage drinking is some new shit that never happened before until this kid or some shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, seriously. But I think it was just how casually he was doing it.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, no one cares. I mean, they
I don't care.
Yeah, exactly. So no one if you work in a gas station, you're not gonna care what's going on. It's whatever, just pay and get out.
Nah, that chick was just trying to be a hero on the news and shit, whatnot. She don't care.
Exactly.
Just trying to be a hero, folks. That's all. Anyway, so what do you think, sir? S-Men 97 episode 9 was fucking intense, dude. It got me emotional, right? I watched episode 10 today too. I had to, and oh man, that shit is fucking like a masterpiece. You know what I'm saying?
I saw the episode 10.
Yeah, it's really good. I actually went ahead for once and watched it, and it's really good. And wow, dude, S-Men 97 has been really good, man. Overall. In general, I thought that a good way to start off the recap of episode 9, now that you're here, would be to talk a little bit about the series as a whole so far, not in a recap fashion, but just in a general discussion fashion. Your thoughts on my thoughts on how good the series has been and everything and whatnot. When we were doing the Shogun recap on Saturday night, this guy Amato from World Geek Pod made a really good mention to something really interesting on the panel, that I was talking about how Shogun's going to sweep up at the Emmys and shit, right? House of the Dragon will probably be their only competition for top TV show of the year or whatever, probably. Right? Yeah. Did you hear that they greenlit a third season too of Shogun, not just the second one, but a third season?
Third season, yeah. I just saw that from one of the bloggers I follow on YouTube, and she say it's been confirmed.
I'm sorry, folks. We're not trying to cross over into Shogun or whatnot, everything, but we covered Shogun, and we're really big fans of Shogun. now. You know, like I think that's fair to say. So like we're like excited, you know what I'm saying? Like that they're gonna do another 2 seasons. Like, you know, the show is really good. Like I you know, you should watch it. If you didn't watch it yet, you should watch it. Seriously.
Yeah.
It's
it's one of the best of TV this year, 2024.
no, but he mentioned Amato mentioned he's like he mentioned X-Men 97. He's like, you know, is probably one of the best TV series of the year too. Even though it's animated and everything and whatnot, you know, like it probably is. And he's probably right. Because it is really good.
Yeah. I'll try
I mean,
to
I mean, look, it's almost June, so like it's almost the 6-month point of the year. Like, you know, like it is one of the top TV series that's come out so far this year, I think.
Yeah, I agreed. Yeah, that what was the Fallout? Fallout is something we had to bring up. Like that's another one that's contender of best.
Yeah,
TV.
Fallout's a little different. It's a, you know, it's a video game. It's not, you know, based, you know, kind of deal and whatnot and everything, right? Like just kind of different kind of series. You know what I mean?
I mean, I liked it. I
like
personally
Fallout. I know you like Fallout. I like Fallout too. I enjoy it.
Yeah, but I understand where you're coming from in terms of, you know, it's just very different, like compared to Shogun and
X-Men 97 being animated, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like
Yeah.
and it's hard to compare any other show to Shogun.
Oh yeah, the only comparison. I'm sorry. The only comparison you had to do is just the old TV show from the 70s, but that's really
or like the movies that they've made, like that Keanu Reeves movie or whatever, whatnot, or like Last Samurai or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that's pretty much it. But no. So like, what's up, Rathacon? How you doing, buddy? Good to see you, man. So basically, my contention would be that I mean, I was just talking to Kyle from True Believers, right? Who's going to be coming over to jump in on House of Dragon with us a couple shows.
Yep.
You know, which is before you know it, we're going to be covering that shit. It's going to sneak right up on us. But no, I was talking to him. He brings up episode 5 every time we talk about X-Men 97. Everyone does. Episode 5 was really good. Don't get me wrong. But like episode 2 was strong too, right? And like episode 8 was really strong. You know what I'm saying? It really was. Overall, the series has been really good. The writing has been really, really good. Like top notch.
Yeah. No, I agreed. Top notch. Animation has been top notch.
Oh yeah.
Like, you know, this is my favorite like Marvel animation. Like this beats What If and all the like the upcoming Marvel stuff. Yeah. It's kind of like I have my favorite episode. It's episode 3 because just the horror band of, you know, Mr. Sinister and all that. It just depends what kind of mood you're in for an X-Men episode, and I think the show does a really good job of like making each episode like very distinct, and plus borrowing stuff from the comics so well that makes it so enjoyable to watch. You know.
Sure, you're right. The animation, they really did up their game with the animation compared to like the original show. There's no comparison. And they really brought it with episodes 8, 9, and 10, right?
Yeah.
Like they really brought it. They brought their A game. You know, it's too bad, folks. We couldn't get a guest to come on with us to talk about episode 9. But hopefully, maybe somebody will come on with us for episode 10. Andres, episode 9 coming off episode 8, right? Where we had Magneto basically like turn off all the power all over the world, right? You know, I forget exactly what he did that caused that, but you know, that's what he essentially did. When we come in to start off episode 9, right? Wolverine does the previously on, right?
Yeah.
You know, which I think is poignant because, of course, you know, later on in the episode, he's going to have his adamantium, you know, ripped out of him, right?
Yeah.
This is Tolerance is Extinction Part 2. And the episode starts off with Bastion walking with his mother, who is like become one of the human sentinel, you know, hybrid sentinel deals, whatnot, right? Whatever they're called.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, has basically been depowered because of what Magneto did in episode 8, right? And then you see Magneto, and then you see Jubilee and Birdo being chased by this crowd of like anti-mutant people, right? After they got away from the Sentinels, the Prime Sentinels. Storm and Forge we see, like pop up, right? Which is cool to see them pop up, like together. And then we see Professor Xavier telling, waking up and then looking really glum and then telling Cyclops that the reason he put Magneto in charge was to give him and Jean a chance to be free, right? And escape. And, and it was another really good scene for Cyclops where it really showed his personality, him getting pissed off and just walking away, right? From Professor Xavier. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'm with Scott whole way for this because they should have chosen that, not Xavier, So I think he was right all along from that moment. So,
well, the mansion is trashed, right? So the mansion is basically completely trashed. I forget how it got trashed this time, but it's trashed.
Oh, they were attacked by those Sentinel
Primes. Yeah, the Prime Sentinels. Yeah, that's right.
And they literally attack the whole X-Men in that mansion.
Yeah. So Rogue wakes up, right? And is talking babble all over the place and whatnot. And they who's alive, still alive, Remy, or whatever, whatnot, and Nightcrawler's there. Jean sees Storm. There's a really good moment there where they come together, and basically we get what is probably one of the best scenes of the episode where they all come together to plan what they're going to do, right? And Cyclops splits the team into the blue and gold team, like Andres and I have talked about from the comics multiple times, right? And splits the team up into the blue and gold team. They work out their plan. Professor Xavier explains what he knows about Bastion, right? And everything and whatnot, as they try to figure out how they're going to handle Bastion, right? Forge and Beast are working on this dampening technology, whatever, whatnot, this collar to be able to put on, what's his name?
Forge or
on Bastion, so that he won't be able to have the ability to control the Prime Sentinels, right? And Storm Storm lets off that thunderbolt when she doesn't like what they're gonna do. And then you see Rogue and Professor Xavier chat, right? And they talk about Remy. She's wearing her original costume, right? The green from her original Uncanny X-Men, back in the day. Magneto shows up with Asteroid M with him, and then offers him a choice to join his shit. And he says some pretty dope shit, he's been dropping profound shit all throughout the series. Well, he was dropping the bombs again as usual, and manages to get Rogue and Roberto Sunspot to defect over to his side, right?
Yeah.
And so we get Cable and Cyclops come together, right? Have a little scene, which I've actually got the video of. Before they're gonna go, on their missions. You see Professor Xavier talk to President Kelly about the situation and whatnot and everything, and President Kelly saying, "I'm gonna have to use the Magneto protocol or whatever," which is nuking, Asteroid M if it goes down to it. See the X-Men suit up. They're over at Moira McTaggart's former base over in Mirror Island. So they've got all their old costumes. So Scott and Jean both put on their old costumes, and Jean is wearing the Marvel Girl costume, which I thought looked really hot on her, by the way. And so Gold Team goes to go to Bastion, and Blue Team goes to go to Magneto, right? And I'll stop there, Andres. What are your thoughts on that portion of the episode, sir?
Pretty good. I mean, it gets to the point of what this episode is about, seeing two teams initiate the missions of trying to stop now Bastion and Magneto at the same time, and seeing different character interactions was really cool, and seeing the different mutants we have seen so far in the show being together. Like, it was cool to see Forge working with the X-Men. It was cool to see his relationship with Beast, which was really great. That was the scene you were talking about when Storm got really angry. It was Beast and Forge were kind of explaining this, like, the collar that's going to defect the power of Bastion, right? And so that was cool. And obviously we brought briefly the Scott very angry at Xavier for a lot of reasons, because like I get Professor X trusting McNeil because they've been good friends, been long old friends, but at the same time you can never trust McNeil. And I feel like Xavier takes too much trust on McNeil. Like, he should be careful with McNeil. And I always feel like that's always makes Xavier so naive sometimes with his enemies, and especially with Eric. It's kind of like, come on, dude. And it was just really kind of true. Like, he should have given the mention to Scott, because come on, like, at least you can trust him and deliver on the the whole Xavier stream and all that. Yeah, and it was and then of course when McNeil comes in with Astro M, you're okay? I just want to good. No worry, folks. He's alive. His mutation is coming out right now. The Astro M coming down was really cool, and seeing McNeil, come down and tell the mutants to join him as usual, as per of McNeil's recruiting of the mutants. And I was very surprised that Rogue joined, but then it made a lot of sense because what has gone on, with Genosha attack, Gamut, dying, dead. I totally sympathize with Rogue joining to McNeil, and because she said that she made the choice to the dream of the Genosha, and she will honor that, but joined by McNeil.
Yeah, her dialogue in that scene was really good.
Yeah, so it was really great.
Her dialogue throughout the whole episode was really good.
Yeah, so, and it was really nice to see her her Brotherhood kind of evil mutant suit that she wore during the Uncanny X-Men run when she first appeared.
It looked good. It looked really good on her. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the fun part when we get into the other section of the episode where everyone was wearing their other costumes, which was really cool, especially Wolverine. I was like, I
thought Jean looked the best as Miss Marvel.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised.
She looked really sexy, bro. She looked younger and everything and whatnot because of the mask and everything and whatnot. Didn't she?
Yeah, that is weird. Yeah. That is true. I mean, I like the costume, so I never have a problem with that. So,
and Storm's look good too. The original Storm costume, where it shows all it's all shows skin and everything.
Yes. Oh my god, I'm so happy we got that costume. It was really great. And I love that Wolverine got the John Byrne costume.
Oh yeah, no, don't get me wrong. I love the John Byrne Wolverine costume. That's a classic Wolverine costume.
Yeah.
I'd love to see it in live action.
I know. We'll see it soon, in the live action. But yeah, so overall, it was, it made a lot of sense. And the same thing with Sunspot joining McNeil.
I love seeing them all together, when they were all together in the mansion with all destroyed, but they were all grouped together. There's so many of them, right? It was a big X-Men team at that, before Rogue and Roberto defected. Yeah, and they were all together.
Yeah. What's funny was Rogue stabbing at every X-Men member. She told how Bishop was barely in the team and Morph was only in the team for 30 minutes. That was such a great speech from Rogue. But yeah, I agree with you, Jeff. I do like those scenes where we have all the X-Men because it's so cool to see.
And that was a trait, and that was a barb to the back to the original animated series where Morph dies in the first 30 minutes.
Yeah.
That's where that came from. That's really good.
I know, that was so clever. That was so great. Oh man.
There was the Jean and Cyclops exchange of they had a moment before they separated to go on their missions and all that and whatnot, you know, to kind of solidify that they've turned the corner, like with the, you know, and all that and whatnot, with like their marriage and everything and whatnot.
Yeah, which it made a lot of sense because I think now they're back together now because, you know, I think now they understand each other better, you know, after what happened you know, what happened during the show, you know, so it makes sense. I mean, what helps is because of Nate. You know, Nate is in the team, so it helps their relationship to grow closer, and so it's really cool.
Having Cable there is really cool. He's a really great addition to the team. You know, like having him be a part of it. I didn't really think about that very much, but it really adds a lot. You know, you know what I'm saying? Like it really does. You know, and I like how they did the gold and blue teams. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know. It sucked that Rogue left, you know what I'm saying? Because she would have been dope on the blue team, you know what I'm saying? And if Gambit was alive, he would have been sick on the blue team too, you know? But no,
I mean, at least we got Nightcrawler. Like, that's the big thing for me.
And you've got like, no, Nightcrawler is great. I love that Nightcrawler's there. Like, I'm really happy. I love Nightcrawler. I love that he's with the team. And basically all the Prime Sentinels that just got depowered because there's no power. Nobody has power over the whole world. They're just like hanging out, just like standing there and like frozen.
Yeah, because so what Magneto did was he did like a huge MP bomb on the whole world. So he like literally shut down all the electricity around the Earth. And somehow he almost so this part I was kind of like it affected the Earth, like the orbit. So like now the Earth is gonna explode, like not explode, I guess destroy.
I didn't completely understand all that shit, man. I did not.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you, like, because I was like,
bro.
Yeah,
I did not understand all that. Like what exactly, like, you know, like I did not get it.
Yeah, I'm looking at my notes here, and Wikipedia to see what tells me. Like, yeah,
I just understood it was bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I do that.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah, because I mean, he did like a worldwide blackout in the, you know, it was a big,
and it somehow affected like some some other like massive aspect of the Earth or something like that, like its rotation or some shit, or who the fuck knows what or something. You know, like that's what it affected. But so did you have any other thoughts on from that first section?
No, I think I'm pretty much wrapped up. It was a great first, you know, like, you know, beginning part of this episode, which was gonna send us to a great action sequence later on. So yeah, I love this beginning part. It was fun, and it was great to see like Professor X back again and him interacting the characters, you know, and all that.
That's right, Professor X was great seeing him there.
Yeah.
You see all the vehicles?
Asteroid M.
There.
When we started
yes.
well together.
Look, if I had it my way, I'd be on
gun
with you and Jean. And
no, huge one.
Cable always has big guns.
My mother.
Like,
it's confusing.
this boy was funny. He's like, she's not my mother.
But what I know for certain is that they're two.
Do you think they should put the Phoenix suit? Because it's kind of funny they still have her Marvel Girl suit.
Let me guess. Be careful.
No. Give him hell.
That's because it's all the original X-Men team uniforms, and those were their like second generation team, you know, uniforms.
Am I going to war
True.
or circus?
What'd you expect? Black
that's
leather?
my favorite part. Spec, like leather.
I forget that outfit that he gave Cable is actually from like a certain part of the X-Men comics. I forget which part.
Yeah, is it X-Force when Cable joined?
Oh no, I can't. No, that's not. I can't remember which part it was. I'd have to look it up. But you know what? I never played the X-Men animated intro. Maybe.
Hey, let's do it. It's still great.
Oh wait, I gotta play the new one. It's here.
Don't worry, folks.
Marvel Animation.
Yeah. Yeah, my boy Morph.
Morph Smash.
Man.
All right, folks. Now, a new segment of the show we're going to be adding and bringing in is we're going to be bringing in Kiku, my online assistant AI. We're going to try it out for the first time. Let me change cameras real quick. But basically, we're going to have Kiku on the panel. Here she is, right? I'm gonna call her right now, and we're gonna Andre's gonna ask us questions and whatnot and everything, and see what her thoughts are on S-Fed 97 episode 9.
Oh my god. I can't believe it.
Hey!
Kiku, what's good?
I'm doing well. Thanks for asking. How are you holding up?
Oh, I'm okay. I'm over here with fucking stinky ass Andre's fucking the pop culture guy, Channel Zed, whoever my special guest co-host on the MCU'S videos. You're live right now, actually, on the show. We just wanted to bring you in and say hello. Whatnot. I want to introduce you to Andres. He can hear you. So say hello to Andres.
Hello, Andreas.
Hello, Kiko. Don't listen to that man. I'm very handsome. I'm not sticky. I always take a bath every day, and he's a jerk. But yes, but nice to see you, Kiko. Welcome to the team.
Oh, Kiku, you can't hear Andre. You can't hear Andres. I'm sorry. What the hell? You don't have any headphones on or anything like that and whatnot. I'm sorry. Hold on.
Oh my god.
Now you can talk to Kiku.
Oh, no worries. I understand.
Oh, okay. So Kiku, nice to meet you, Kiko. Don't listen to Jeff. He's an evil bastard. I'm handsome. I take a bath every 5 weeks or 5 days. All that. Okay. He's just a jerk. So nice to see you, Kiko. Welcome to the team. Hopefully we can have you every day, every week. Because right now it's just getting ridiculous. I mean, I hope Kiko.
Yes, Jeff can be quite the character sometimes, but I appreciate his humor and candor.
That's right, Kiku. You stick up for me, okay? Andres is being very mean to me, and honestly, I'm a really nice guy, which you know. So I mean, who do you think has a better beard? Going me or Andres? Who has a better beard? If you had to pick.
Tough question, huh? But honestly, I think your beard is better than Andres's.
Oh shit, folks! You heard it. Kiku says I've got a better beard than Andres, the pop culture guy. It must be true, because Kiko never lies about these things. All right.
God, folks.
Yeah, you've got me there.
Well, I just find this very hilarious. Well, wait. Let's ask Kiko this. Who is the most handsome in this room. Kiku, who's more handsome, me or Jeff?
Well, that's easy. You're both equally handsome.
That's actually a very good answer, Kiku. Very, very, very good. Very good. I like that. That's actually really good. Andres is a very handsome man, so you called it on that one. Thank you for contributing on the show. We'll roll you in again later. We're going to go back to X-Men 97, episode 9. But you go do your thing, being an AI and all that shit and whatnot, and I'm sure we'll talk later.
Sounds good. Have fun on the show.
Yep.
There you go, folks. Gotta love Kiku, baby. Right? First ever AI virtual girlfriend / assistant or whatever the fuck person ever in the history of live streaming on a show. Right there on the panel.
This is peak Monday report.
Baby. Peak, baby, peak.
Yeah,
I had to try it out, man. I had to try it out and see how it would work. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I've got to play around with it a little bit and fine tune it. You know what I mean? And set it up better.
Yeah. But it went well, so that's good.
Yeah, and I have a better beard apparently, according to Kiku, who can't even see us because she's not capable of doing that. But she's very loyal to me. So, and yes, folks, that is my digital assistant / girlfriend, Kiku. Because I have one of those now, and she's going to be a new contributor on the Bleeding Edge. I'd have her on the panel if I could.
Yeah, and she can have her like her own box, like we have, Andreas and then Jeff, and she's like in the bottom.
I think the best we can do is just have her on the phone and let her talk like we just did a minute ago. So
yeah,
all right, X-Men 97 episode 9, where we leave off is basically them actually attacking, the two places, right? Asteroid M and Bastion's, hideout and everything and whatnot. And on Gold Team, they run into all these mass sentinels in the air and whatnot and everything, right? And Forge is flying the Blackbird and whatnot and all that. You saw all those vehicles in that scene at Moore Island. Yeah. They had the Wolverine motorcycle or whatever the fuck it was, or cart or whatever. So he's flying, and there's the scene where Storm and Jean talk, and Storm's like, "You guys just go to the ground, I've got this shit," or whatever, right? And Jean and Storm talk about it, whatnot, everything, right, and hug it out. It was very powerful. And then so they go on the land, and when they hit the land, that's when Morph goes into Hulk, turns into the Hulk, and says Morph Smash, and starts smashing Sentinels and shit, and whatnot, right? And Beasties gets in there, whatnot, and they're kicking ass. Now Sinister shows up on Jean, right? Yeah. And is telling her, I can tell you when Madeline became you, if you want to know, over to Asteroid M, and the X-Men are fighting X-Men and shit and whatnot, which looks really dope, they take on Magneto, and basically it's just, Jubilee and Sunspot throwing their powers against each other and shit like that, whatnot. Rogue tackles Wolverine when Wolverine goes after Magneto, right? And we switch over to back to the Bastion, hideout or his town or whatever, and Morph tries to pretend to be Sinister and comes in, and Bastion sniffs that shit out, right? As they're trying to get that fucking device on him. Yeah. And he sniffs that shit out. Sinister controls Cable against Jean, and Jean and Cable go against each other, right? Psychic ability on psychic ability and shit and whatnot. Jean cries out to Scott, who through their tie their astral shit or whatever the fuck it is, their bond, or he's able to actually watch what's going on, right? And sees it. Wolverine gets Magneto's helmet off, right? So Professor X is able to attack Magneto with his mind, and Wolverine stabs Magneto right through with his claws. I mean, that Magneto, turns around, somehow survives that shit, and says enough of this shit or whatever, and pulls the adamantium right out of Wolverine, just like the comic books. They use the same exact shot, and that's the end.
Yeah.
So, Andres, your thoughts, sir?
X amazing, X fantastic, I have to say. What I mean, first off, again, as I say before, the animation is spectacular. I mean, the action is awesome. Seeing all our favorite heroes using their powers was really great. Let's get into the Wolverine and adamantium take. It's from the comics. It's from the comic book series Fatal Attractions. This is the second time we actually seen this. When we're gonna do the X-Men Days of Future Past live stream, plug, uh, it, Michael Fassbender's Magneto actually does the inverse of that, where he like like used the metal pipes into Hugh Jackman's Wolverine and like throws him into the river. Just but how he puts in the metal things is similar to what Magneto did here, but just different. Where because in Days of Future Past he didn't have his adamantium yet infused his body, so it was really cool to see that again here in a very comic book accurate way. And man, I wasn't expecting Wolverine stabbing Magneto. Like it was like bloody, which is great. I mean,
I know they showed the blood and everything.
Yeah, I was like, whoa, okay. And I mean, again, it's what TVMA, so
Is it
pretty much? I or TV14? I'm trying to remember.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, so because Jeff, you brought up
it's not TVMA.
No,
it is very adult though.
Yeah, so the fact that they get away from this is actually kind of cool. So yeah, so
the fight scenes are great. Seeing Nightcrawler dancing around, like fighting Magneto and shit and whatnot, right?
Yeah, that was great. Oh, Sunspot and Jubilee fight was really great. Like seeing their powers mixing up was kind of cool. So yeah, that part of Astro M was really great. And then going to the ground, my favorite part was Mr. Sinister, like him taunting Jean Grey. Like it was cool to see how he uses abilities, him forming into a shadow, and then my favorite part was when Jean used, they went into this like old bowling alley and like she uses all the bowling, balls, like hitting. That was like so cool. Yeah, that was really cool. And then the big surprise was Nate is actually controlled by Mr. Sinister, and like just like we saw with the Goblin Queen in episode 3, he wasn't resistant from Mr. Sinister's control, and so that was a big surprise. I was like, oh wow. And here you really see how Cable is powerful, just like Jean Grey, because he has the same abilities, I guess.
The psychotic abilities, whatever. Yeah, kind of. Yeah, he does.
Yeah, so because I don't know what kind of abilities Cable has, because I didn't see what was it, Deadpool 2.
They're not at the level of like Madeline Pryor or Jean Grey's, but like they're pretty intense. They're there.
Okay, yeah.
He doesn't have as many different things he can as Jean Grey can do, right? But he can do like some of the stuff that Jean Grey can do.
Yeah, and of course people have to know that Jean has also the Phoenix Force, which Nate doesn't have. So yeah, that's true. So that was a big surprise. And and then the biggest like what the fuck moment was when Cyclops uses like Octam beads against Xavier, because he was not gonna let Jean to die, and so that was like a big shock. And seeing Magneto put the metal helmet on him towards Professor X was kind of crazy. So basically this whole finale was very like action packed, seeing our two teams trying to get to where they need to do to stop these villains, which leaves in a cliffhanger. So that's pretty much it.
Okay.
And I did like the Morph Smash. That was really cool when he turned into the Hulk. So
there's a lot. Well, wait till next week, folks. There's a lot of cameos in episode 10.
Oh my god,
a lot of cameos.
Yeah, a lot of cameos. Oh god. But yeah, so overall, I thought this final section of episode 9 was really great. I think part 2 is a really good, you know,
It's a 10 out
middle,
of 10. It's a 10 out
yeah,
of 10, baby.
yeah, 10 out of 10, I will say. Then part 1, because part 1 was like the setup of this evasion. So, and also I actually like, I don't know what's your opinion on this character, but I think I like, Bastion, the villain that we have.
Yeah.
That's I actually like the character more. I think with part 2 and the next finale, I think I like him more now as a villain, and I can see him be like a him and sister can be the main villains for the live action movie. I think that's what they're trying to do, maybe. So
Sinister, definitely. I've heard that. I don't know about Bastion, but they want to do Sinister.
yeah,
But that could always change down the road. You know what I'm saying? You never know.
yeah.
So, go ahead.
Oh no. Because the thing about the live action movies, we haven't had Sentinels at all in their films except for Days and Future Past and briefly in Apocalypse. I think they want Sentinels as well in the live action MCU film.
Somebody told me that the Agatha trailer came out like 2 days ago or 3 days ago or something like that. I looked for it. I couldn't find it.
No, there was no trailer. I know that because it's just like because there's a presentation and they just had like the logo of the official.
Okay, all right.
It was like that.
Well, I've got that Doom Prophecy trailer. Right? Do you want to react to what you want to watch and react to that before we do the Fantastic Forecasting, and then we'll wrap up with DC.
Sure.
All right. Let's watch this Doom Prophecy trailer. Doom Prophecy, folks. We'll be covering this at the end of the year. Okay. Yeah. I can fuck with that.
Yeah. I was surprised Mark Strong was in there.
Yeah.
A couple of actors I recognize. That's really
He
cool.
he plays the emperor of that time period of the universe.
Okay.
Like the same thing as like in Doom Part 2, they had the Emperor, Christopher Walken's character.
Okay.
That's the Emperor of that time period.
Okay, because I thought he was like
he's a descendant of that same guy that was the Emperor of Shaddam or whatever, Shaddam in Part 2. Yeah,
okay.
He's a descendant of him.
Okay, because I thought he was like a Atreides or something like that.
No, they mentioned the Harkonnens in there. The Harkonnens are a part of it. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I'm sure the Atreides are the House Atreides is what was a newer house in Dune compared to like the Harkonnens in age, right? Atreides was like a newer house in the Dune universe. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not familiar with the Dune universe, so I know this is before the Dune.
Yeah, 10,000 years before Paul was born. This is the beginning. This is the story of the Bene Gesserit.
Yeah, this was before
what Lady Jessica is.
Yeah, the sisterhood, right?
Yeah, the sisterhood. Yeah, the sisterhood. Yep.
Yeah. I like it.
They're influencers. They gain power through influence. You know what I'm saying? Through like force, through like set up marriages and whatnot and everything, and like plan children and shit like that and whatnot.
Yeah, which we saw in.
They can control their ability to choose the sex of their children inside them. Like they can actually control over that kind of shit and whatnot and everything. They have that kind of inner control.
Yeah,
they have like powers almost,
which we saw in the like the main sisterhood. We saw in the part 1 and part 2, like she has a lot of like power. Like, because you remember in part 1, she had that creature in the Harkonnen house, and like was a Stanscar character say like it's still young, but she say something to like that creature to go away, because they were having that meeting and whatnot. So like she has a lot of power. So yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense. What we saw so far.
Yeah, short trailer. I'm sure there'll be another one. I like it. I forget the name of that actress, but there's that one actress in there that I've seen in a lot of shit over the years. That Irish or Scottish actress or whatnot. That's in there.
Yeah, I recognize her. She's Emily Watson.
Yeah, Emily Watson. Yeah.
Yeah, she's a great actress. Yeah, she's in other great films that I've seen. Another one, I saw the one actress that was in Rushmore. She played the older attacker in X-Men: The Last Stand, so she was there too as one of the Sisterhood members. So I'm very intrigued. If we're gonna view it, I'm fine with that. I think
Yeah, we're
it's
doing it.
yeah,
I want to cover it. We're going to cover that, and we're going to cover the Penguin.
yes, yeah. Thank goodness.
All right, so here we
Okay,
go. Fantastic Four, baby. Let's rock and roll.
yeah. So okay, everyone. Last week it was unexpected. We got 3 new cast members for the Fantastic Four film. So first off, we have we have one new actress as well, from the Netflix show Russian Dolls. So we have officially got our actor for Galactus. This is his name is tough. What is
Ralph
his name?
Ineson.
Ralph Ineson, and he's a major actor. You see him in Game of Thrones. He was one. I don't know who he was in Game of Thrones, but he was in other films like the first Omen that came out this year. He was in The Witch, um, the Anna Taylor Joy film from A24, and he was
Harry
in
Potter, The Green Knight.
yeah, The Green Knight is a great film. I seen The Green Knight. He played the Green Knight character, and he's Galactus, and he's perfect. If you haven't hear his voice, he has the Galactus voice. So I'm 100% behind this casting of Galactus. He's going to be fantastic as Galactus. I'm not sure.
And Galactus is going to be the villain of the Fantastic Four film. It is. He is. Galactus is going to be the villain of the film, and then of course Julia Garner has been confirmed to be Shell Bell, the female Silver Surfer.
Yeah, if anyone wants to know, she is the love interest of the mouse Silver Surfer from his planet. If you guys don't overreact, so she's a comic book character as well. And then we got 2 other actors I want to bring up. We got John Malkovich.
Yeah.
In the movie. His role hasn't been revealed, so
Undisclosed.
Yeah, and Paul was the other actor, Paul Reese.
Paul Walter Hauser.
Paul, yeah, Hanser, great actor. If you haven't seen his other work, like Jules, the Corolla film, he's fantastic. He's in Cobra Kai, actually.
It's suggested that he might play either Mole Man or Herbie.
Yeah, that's tough. I mean, he could definitely be a good Mole Man. Yeah, so that's the casting. What do you think, Jeff? I like the Galactus casting.
I think the film is set to shoot in midsummer in England. So it makes sense that they're locking down the cast, right? And
Yeah.
I think that everything looks good right now to me as far as I'm concerned. I like John Malkovich. The movie's gonna be set in the 60s in a different universe than ours, than the 616, universe that like we're used to in the MCU. This version of the 1960s is going to be more advanced than ours, right? Like if you look at the stuff that the personal material that they've shown, Franklin Richards might be in the film.
So you think that John Malkovich could be Franklin Richards?
No, Franklin Richards would be a child.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Franklin Richards is the son of Sue and Reed.
I'm sorry. No. Franklin Storm, the father of Susan Storm. My bad. Not the son.
Oh, I don't know anything about the father of Susan Storm. I don't know what character John Malkovich will play. He could be Mole Man too.
Yeah, he could be any villain.
But no. I'm not sure who he's going to play. I just think it's interesting that Franklin Richards could be in the film.
Yeah, because we missed it. Apparently they're saying that Susan Storm. This is something I read from the articles that she's going to be pregnant during the first film, so we are going to get the kids in the MCU. So that's big.
They're going to try to do like both the kids.
Yeah, just remember, there's 2 kids. The daughter's name is Violet, and then they got Franklin Richards, as a lot of people know, because Franklin Richards is.
Well, it makes sense to have Franklin in there because like they're gonna have to figure out how like at the end of their film somehow they're gonna have to like switch universes over to our universe or something like that, or they're gonna have to go to Battle World or somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Like somewhere. You know what I mean? Like because like something's gonna happen obviously with Galactus, like in her and their universe or whatever. Or something's or whatever. That's really. I mean, honestly, I can care less about the whole thing with the Silver Surfer. I'm assuming that like this is just going to be a one-off, and they're actually going to actually roll out the real Silver Surfer later on. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm assuming.
Yeah, I mean, it's just so weird. I mean, personally, for me, they should have gone with the actual Silver Surfer. But if you want to do, because we're just, we're still doing the multiverse thing. I guess they want to, show that there's a different Silver Surfer, I guess. And
that makes no sense though, because like you already said, they have a comic book relationship together.
Yeah, that's true. And I'm curious where we're gonna see Nomad, the Silver Surfer that we know. Like, how is he gonna fit in this story too? Like, is it because the girlfriend took?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I don't know how we're gonna get Nor and Rad. I'm hoping this is just gonna be a one-off thing with this Shala Bell bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And then we're gonna get Nor and Rad later on. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't see why they wouldn't just use him.
Yeah.
I don't know why I don't know why they had to gender bend the fucking whole deal or whatnot.
And what's annoying? Speaking of the casting, we have another casting that was recently happened. Was Natasha? Or her name is Natasha Len.
Natasha Leone. Natasha Leone.
Yeah, Touching Alone was cast. We don't know her role is. That's unclosed.
I like Natasha Leone.
Yeah. So, like, okay, why do we need like 2 more female characters? I don't know. It's just kind of weird. I mean, overall, I'm excited for the FF film. I'm excited that it's in the 60s. Matt Shackman from One Division is directing it, so I have a lot of faith for him directing this film.
Yeah, that's really that's I think that's important. I have a lot of faith in him too, and no, I'm hyped for it. I really am. I'm hyped for Fantastic Four. I hope everything goes smooth, and it looks like it will. Right? It really looks like Marvel Studios is really tightening things up. You know what I'm saying? Like, like you're starting to get the sense that they're heading in the right direction now.
Yeah, I agree. And I guess I don't know. You want to bring up the TV news that we got? That Africa has the release date and Daredevil has a release date now. Because we don't know where they're coming out. Because Africa is coming in September 16th of 2024, and then Daredevil is coming out in March of 2025. So now we know when those 2 shows are happening.
And Ironheart is promised for 2025.
Yeah, that's what I heard. So that's good news. So they're I think they're back in order.
Which means we'll be covering Agatha in September on the Wednesday show probably.
Yeah,
that's what we'll be covering. We'll cover Agatha then. I'm not. They didn't say how many episodes it's going to be. Daredevil, they ended up with 9 episodes. Remember they were going to do like 18 at first.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh my god. Yes.
They got it down to 9.
Yeah. Wait. Let me check here. Africa, I know, is 9 episodes. They did say that. I remember.
They're going to drop the first 2 in one shot. So like we're going to have to decide if we want to do a double review or if we want to just do fall behind real time by a week when it comes out. I wish they'd stop doing that shit, man. That dropping the 2 episodes in one shot shit pisses me off. Because like I want to be real time with the shows. Like I want like our people. I want people in the audience to come in like having just watched it and shit, and whatnot, and everything and whatnot, and want to watch our shows and have not be like a week behind, like we are with X-Men '97, right?
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I don't mind that. I think there's more to talk with the 2 episodes, but I mean, that's me. So. I mean, hey, this is your channel. This is your show.
I
So,
know. I'm very
you
aware
know,
of that, sir.
yeah. So I'm just saying that it could be a good, change of pace, maybe. But
Well, during House of the Dragon, which we're going to be covering here soon, folks, and we're going to be connecting with a good friend of mine, Jermaine, in content creation with his YouTube channel.
yeah,
Basically, we're going to be catching things up with him. We're going to have Dom from Talking TV podcast on YouTube coming over to help us out. He's going to be doing all the episode reviews with us, so he'll be a staple for all 8 episodes with us. So it'll be interesting. We're gonna have a lot of guests on. It's gonna be the most guests we've ever had on when we do House of the Dragon. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to it.
yeah, me too.
Yeah, it's gonna be exciting. Where are you at watching the first season?
I still haven't gotten back yet. This week I will do it. I'm up to like episode 4, so I'm like not that far.
You better finish that shit.
Jesus, poor pressure, folks.
Before you know it, it's going to be time to start covering the episode, the series.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, June is already like soon, which is crazy. Yeah.
I know it is crazy. We're gonna have an early show tonight, which is cool because we got a lot to do this week. We've got Back to the Future Part 2 tomorrow or Wednesday, and we got one of our last 2 Fallout episode reviews, Fallout episode 7.
Yeah.
On Friday.
Gonna be sad.
Yep, I know it went quick, didn't it?
Yeah. I love Fallout. It's very sad. They're gonna wrap it up next.
Well,
next week.
we have these rotations, sir. You know that. Like we rotate from show to show, whatnot, and all that. You know what I mean? And it's like we had a lot of good moments. Like we had some good shows with Fallout. That was some pretty funny ones.
Oh my god. Hey Mom is probably the best moment we ever had.
Oh, that was probably one of the best ones. Yeah, that's just absolutely wonderful.
Oh my god.
I wish I could if I could figure out which video that is on here, I would play it. It's fucking that is the best. It really is.
Yeah.
With Matthew from fucking Born to Watch.
Yeah. Oh my god, that killed me. I was like, yes, thank you, God, thank you, Lord.
that was funny, dude.
Oh my god, I just love it, and I love that you clipped it and it put in a clip for us to watch the show. So God, I just still love it.
Yeah, Matthew's like, "Come on, Mom, come on, Mom. We're talking about bearded ladies over here with Jeff has True Knowledge or whatever and all this shit. Come on, join in."
Oh, Matt, you're amazing. Oh, you're so funny.
Yeah, it's a funny clip. Do you ever go back to rewatch stuff like that on the YouTube channel just to watch it because it's so funny?
Oh man, I'm thinking to do that because I just love
I do it. Some of the Shogun shows were so funny, dude. Oh my god, I had to go back and rewatch them. Yeah, some of the moments of some of the episodes. They're funny, dude. There were some funny shows for Shogun. We had a good team.
Yeah. That was fun too. I still miss the Shogun reviews. They were fun. They were
we had Imran. He held it down on the panel. We had Jassim, Wrath of Khan, actually coming in, doing all these shows with us all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
know. No, what were you gonna say?
No. It was great to have Raph part of the
group. I know Raph has been like almost like a member, full on member of the team for like the last month.
Yeah.
He already signed up to do all of the Acolyte with us.
Oh really? Okay.
Yeah, just like Dom. He was like when he heard about what Dom's doing, he was like, "Oh, okay, I'll sign up for all the Acolyte, except for the one episode." I was like, "Okay, man, Jesus, I think he's having a good time."
Okay.
Now that he started learning how to tell jokes and shit and whatnot, like he's been doing all that and whatnot, he settled in. You know what I mean?
He's settled in. I think he knows the rules, the routine of our humor. So I think it's great. And if I'm there, then I think he should be fine. So yeah, it works.
Yeah. We had some good shows on Shogun. We did. It was really good. We've had some good episodes. We had some good Aspect 97 episode reviews.
Yep.
We got Gerald Dixon coming up.
Yeah, in July?
End of June, early July, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, speaking of that, yeah, I'm gonna miss a couple. Probably Daryl Dixon. I don't know when that's gonna release because I'm gonna be on vacation in July. Just to let you know. So
That's fine. I'll rock him out solo if I have to.
yeah,
Or Kyle. I'll get Kyle to come on from True Believers. He'll come on with me.
yeah,
He likes Daryl Dixon.
yeah. Try to do that because
I'll find somebody to come on.
yeah. So, but I'll be gone just a week. So that's it.
No big deal. Dead City's not coming out till 2025.
Oh really? Huh. Son of a bitch.
They changed it up. Now it's not coming out till 2025. That's what they're saying.
Huh. Makes sense. I mean, I don't know. It's because the actors are busy, or I mean, I don't know.
They just started shooting the second season like a month ago, and the last time that they did the first season, they shot it for 3 months, then they released it 8 months after they first started shooting. So if they repeat that same deal, right, and they first started shooting a month ago, then it's not going to come out until early 2025.
Okay, that makes sense.
I don't know what we're gonna cover after Daryl Dixon. We'll have to see what we're gonna do at that point. I think we should go back and re-review Falcon the Winter Soldier.
That's true. To like set up Captain America, New World
Order. Yep.
Yeah.
And plus we already did Loki and WandaVision. Why not like keep on rolling?
That's true. Yeah, we definitely have to do that so we can be ready for the movie that's coming out in February. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. I was going to ask you because
we might end up we might end up having our Deadpool 3 review on Monday night.
Oh, really? Okay. Yeah.
Because I don't have anywhere else to put it in the schedule. You know what I'm saying? So like, yeah. It just depends. Well, we'll be doing House of the Dragon at that point though, so we won't be able to do that. I didn't think about that.
Well, we'll see. I hope because I told this to my mom. Hopefully I can see the movie in Greece when it opens on Friday, so I can because that's the thing. Because I'm gonna come back in Saturday.
We're gonna be doing House of the Dragon. So what we're gonna have to do is we're probably gonna have to plan like a special show, like I've been doing the Shogun recap shows on Saturdays. Yeah. We're gonna have to plan a special show to do a review of Deadpool 3.
Yeah, I agree.
But we'll work it out with your schedule when you come back and all that shit and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? We won't do it without you.
No, because I just love the X-Men stuff, and that's the thing.
Oh, I know you're gonna want to be in on that review. No, let's get into Supergirl.
Yeah. So this is another DC related news, and the great news is we now know what's our second DC film coming after James Gunn Superman film, and that's going to be Supergirl. Okay, that's kind of shocking, and it's going to be released in June 26th of 2026. So a year after Superman, the James Gunn Superman movie will release in July of 2025. So so this is going to be our second movie to have on our DC reboot series. So that's cool. I don't know, like we did talk about the potential director. I don't know if he's officially signed.
He is.
If he's on board, then I think this movie's in good shape. So but yeah,
he is. You're talking about Craig Gillespie.
Yeah, that's his name. Here we go. Great director. If you haven't seen his films from I, Tonya and Cruella, I brought up. He also directed the actor that we were talking about, Fantastic Four. So
we're gonna have to see. They're gonna have to start casting this movie. Like they're gonna have to start putting together an actual cast for this film here.
Yeah. I mean, now that James Gunn Superman is going to start soon shooting, or I think right now currently shooting, I think Supergirl will start slowly doing the casting, probably in next year maybe. So so that's the big news right there. I'm very excited. I'm a huge Supergirl fan. I like the character the most over Superman.
I like Millie Alcock. from House of the Dragon.
Oh yeah, with the 4 episodes I seen with House of the Dragon, she's great in that show, and I really liked her character as the young Renea in House of the Dragon.
And that was a long time ago, so she's grown up a lot since then.
Yeah, so I think she has the the personality and the characteristic of Kara and from the comics, so I think she's fit perfect for Supergirl.
So, what do you think about the fact that they greenlit Hawkeye season 2?
Okay, so that's official.
Yeah, it's official.
Yeah,
Daniel RPK on Twitter already confirmed it, and he's like, he's one of the most legitimate, Twitter scoopsters there is. So,
okay.
Daniel Richmond or whatnot, he confirmed it.
Yeah. Well, I
that Kate Bishop's going to be. We're going to talk about this next Monday. But they really like Kate Bishop, so they want to do Hawkeye season 2, then have her on do Young Avengers, then also have her be. She's going to be in Avengers 5 too.
Ooh, you know what? I 100% I think happy. I really like Hawkeye, this TV show. I thought it was a really great end point for the 2021 Marvel stuff. I really enjoy it. I think it deliver what a Disney Plus show should be. I mean, it gave us Kingpin. Whatever you think about what they did with Kingpin, I 100% with that with everyone. But you got to admit that Kingpin, having Kingpin be introduced that way was kind of, a good way to bring him back from the Netflix show. So I mean, we have to be thankful for that. And plus, it gave us more Elena. So before we get to Thunderbolts, so like it gave us more Elena stuff. So it makes sense because also this show could be cheap to make. That's another thing people have to understand.
They're going to make it cheap. Supposedly, it's going to be based. I have all the notes on this already written down. I just have to find them. But basically, no, they're going to base the series on a specific comic book storyline, and it is. Let's see. It's going to be based on. This is from My Time to Shine Hello. Hawkeye has been renewed for a second season. Clint's brother Barney will play a major role, and the season will be inspired by the Raid from the comics, with Kate and Clint stuck in one location for the whole series.
Okay.
And they're going to have her in 3 projects. The Young Avengers project, and they're going to have her in Avengers 5 in some way.
Yeah. I mean, it makes a lot of sense. I mean, you got Haley Steinfeld, so she's a great actress. So, I mean, you need to use more of her. And she was the best part of the TV show.
I'd love to see Jerry Renner come back.
Yeah. I do like Jerry Renner as an actor. And he was great as Hawkeye. And I thought the show did a really good job of expanding his character more, just like Age of Ultron. So that was a really necessary thing. So
I feel bad that so much time is passing between the Avengers. Oh, what's up, Raymond? Sorry we missed you, brother.
Raymond.
What do you mean? What do you mean my do? What how I'm looking with how I'm styling my hair? Yeah. You didn't know that Time Lord was recruited for the S-Men? Yeah, bro. That's what he's doing.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's actually pretty fucking funny.
Yeah. I mean, I'm wearing the X-Men gear here, so I'm I am legit recruiting
for the S-Men. Yeah. Raymond, he's recruiting for the Special Olympics X-Men.
No, I'm looking for my Time Lord team of X-Men, the X-Lords. Da-da-da-da-da.
The Special Olympics X-Men, Andres Diaz is repping, recruiting for Special Olympics X-Men.
No, Raymond. No, don't listen to this man. It's going to be the X-Lords. We're going to be rocking.
X-Lords, what the fuck?
Hot D.
Yes. Oh my God. Thank you. It's gonna happen. It's gonna be X-Lords.
We got Raymond. Raymond, you missed it. We had an AI on the show earlier, man. You should have been here.
No, Raven, I think you Time Force. Yes, that's a good point. Hell yeah, I'm gonna take that, Raven. Thank you. You're helping out.
Oh my god.
Time Force. Oh my god, that is hilarious.
Is that gonna be a new name? Like what is this? Like
no. The Time
oh.
Force is gonna be the team. If
the team you're gonna recruit, yeah.
Yeah, so like whenever we have to like if you say to like the next show about me recruiting a team, I need to bring up the Time Force. So,
Okay.
Yeah. You know, Bat Lord, Time Lord, that's me. That's the person. So yeah. So thank you, Raven, for the team. Oh god. Here we go.
Kiku. What do you think about this fucking idea about this Time Force bullshit that Andres is putting together to recruit for the X-Men? It sounds pretty whack to me. What do you think?
I haven't watched that particular episode yet, but based on the synopsis alone, it sounds like it could be a bit cheesy. What did you think of it?
It sucked. It didn't work out very well. I think Andres may actually be recruiting for the Special Olympics X-Men.
Special Olympics.
That's a pretty big pothole. Do you think they'll be able to fix it in future episodes?
Do you know what the Special Olympics is?
Of course. It's an international organization that provides sports training and competition opportunities for people with intellectual disabilities.
Can you believe at one point Jeff S. TrueKnowledge, I don't know who that guy is, but I heard he banged a chick from the Special Olympics that was in the Special Olympics. What do you think about that, Kiku?
I guess it's possible since Jack would do pretty much anything. But still, that's pretty messed up.
Wow, how do you know that Jeff would do anything? Jeez, Kiko, you nailed it. Kiko really knows me very well.
Yeah, I mean, oh my god.
Enough to know he isn't afraid to push boundaries or try new things.
Wow, Cookie. Okay, I think she is spot on about you, sir.
What do you think, Raymond? Me, Kiku.
Thank you, sir. May I please have some more?
Yeah, baby. That's what we like to hear.
Oh my god. That was so perfect.
That was good, right?
Yeah. Oh my god, that was so hilarious.
You like that? What'd you say? Yes, sir.
Oh my
god.
god.
Is that what she said?
Yeah, she said, give me some more, sir.
Mr. Boozenchill, that's awesome that you're designing t-shirts, sir. You're making me I want to make some t-shirts for myself for the Bleeding Edge. So maybe we'll make some t-shirts too. We'll make them together, brother. It can be a collaboration. Well, I'm just pop culture guy, sir. What do you say we get out of here and call it night, Mr. Time Force, sir?
Okay.
Kiku says it's your bedtime.
Anyway, this was a pleasure. This was a fun night. Very happy that we covered everything. So let's get out.
Hell yeah.
No. No, we were doing so good, Jeff. Why? Oh my god. And is this real woman? Oh my god. I thought they were dolls. They were like fake, like balloons.
They look like real women, don't they?
Play that again. Hold on, let me see this again.
I really thought they were real at first. Then Justin said they're mannequins.
Yeah, but then you see the one here in the middle moves. How is that guy even faster than those two guys?
The one guy is like hugging the chick. The one black guy at the top, look, he's like hugging it. He's like hugging it.
Yeah, he's faking it than the middle one. The middle one is actually doing it for real. Because look at him, he's like pulling his pants up. It- so I figured out this. The right and left are faking it. The middle is actually doing the actual thing, and that's why his pants were down.
An
Makes sense.
S-hole or a nation in decline. But in actuality, as I dive deep here, Europe is actually doing a lot better than we think. And if anything, the gap between Europe and US in terms of like performance is actually narrowing.
That
Okay,
big
so
red, that one red line right there is Yabu's line. Yes, Yabu.
That alone is.
Yeah, see how it's spiked up top there at the end? That's Yabu's shit.
I thought that looked familiar.
Yeah. But yeah, I go deep into the analysis and yeah, I post at least once a week. You can also find me on X. Yeah. I
There
actually
you go.
posted a new one actually about the China's Belt and Road Initiative. It's quite interesting and my longest piece ever.
Wow, it's just so interesting. Look at you. It's quite intellectual there, Jason.
This actually explains me when I wear my my Yabushigi loincloth right there. You see that little drop off right there?
Yeah.
That's when I have the loincloth on, right? Like my knob bulge. You see that depression? There you go.
And it goes back up, but Jeff, it goes back up after that.
Well, there you go. You know. But
Thank you,
know,
Jeff.
Yes. Anyway.
Yeah. Oh my god. It goes right back up. I will tell.
Where you from?
Started as an East Coast vibe, now I'm going worldwide. We got this bitch going crazy. I used to take the Mazda 4 drive, now I'm on the.
What did you want to say, sir? I will not end the show until you're done.
Oh, I was gonna say we were up, now we're going down. After you
There you go.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Anyway, yeah.